Hello everybody, hello boys and girls, hello mummies, daddies, grannies, grandpas and anybody else who's tuning in for our bedtime story. I hope you've had a great day, I'm sure you have. What have you been doing today? Have you been in the garden? Have you ridden your bike? Have you been on your scooter? Have you been running around? Have you made a cake? Have you played with your toys? Have you done a jigsaw puzzle? Today I've been out on my bike, had a little cycle around, and I went to the shop to buy some bananas because I'd run out. And then I started to think about our bedtime story. And today, for our bedtime story, I've chosen Mr. Gumpy's Motor Car. It's quite a lovely story. It's by a gentleman called John Birmingham. He wrote this story quite a while ago. It's a story that I thought I'd share with you today. So, are you all snuggled down in your comfortable place? You might be in bed already, waiting to listen. You might be on the sofa. You might have a cushion with you. You might have a blanket. You might just be sitting comfortably, waiting patiently for the story to begin. So, Mr. Gumpy's Motor Car by John Birmingham. Mr. Gumpy was going for a ride in his car. This is Mr. Gumpy here, dressed with his smart hat, his red case, and you can see his car. He drove out of the gate and down the lane. There he is. He's got his house in the background. "May we come too?" said the children. "May we?" said the rabbit, the cat, the dog, the pig, the sheep, the chicken, the calf and the goat. They all asked if they could come with Mr. Gumpy for a ride in his car. What do you think he's going to say? "You're right." He said. "All right," said Mr. Gumpy, "but it will be a squash." Just to get all of those animals into his car is quite tricky. And not only do all the animals need a space, but so does Mr. Gumpy and so do the children. "It's a lovely day," said Mr. Gumpy. "Let's take the old cart track across the field." There they are. For a while they drove along happily. The sun shone, the engine chugged, and everyone enjoyed the ride. You see them all in the car, all squished in there. "Oh, I don't like the look of those clouds. I think it's going to rain," said Mr. Gumpy. "Have they got a roof on their car?" "Oh, if it starts to rain, what do you think will happen to them? To the animals and to the girl and the boy and Mr. Gumpy?" "Yes, you're right, they'll get wet." Very soon the dark clouds were right overhead. Mr. Gumpy stopped the car. He jumped out, put up the hood, and down came the rain. If you have a look in the picture now, you can see the car has got a white hood on it to try and keep the rain out of the car and to stop them getting wet. The road grew muddier and muddier, and the wheels began to spin. Mr. Gumpy looked at the hill ahead. "Some of you will have to get out and push," he said. Can you work out why they're going to have to push the car? Have a little think. Yes, it's because the ground is slippy and the car can't grip, or the tyres can't grip into the soil, into the ground, so they're going to have to push the car up. Well, the animals all had a think. And this is what they said to Mr. Gumpy. Not me, said the goat. I'm too old. Not me, said the calf. I'm too young. Oh, not us, said the chickens. We can't push. Not me, said the sheep. I might catch a cold. Not me, said the pig. I've got a bone in my trotter. Ruff, ruff, not me, said the dog. But I'll drive if you like. Meow, meow, not me, said the cat. I'd ruin my fur. Not me, said the rabbit. I'm not very well. Well, not me, said the girl. He's stronger. Oh, not me, said the boy. She's bigger. So is anyone going to help Mr. Gumpy? There they all are, all saying, not me, not me, not me, not me, not me. Doesn't seem very fair, does it? Well, the wheels churned. Look, you can see. They're not going very anywhere, actually. The car sank deeper into the mud. Now we're really stuck, said Mr. Gumpy. So they all got out and pushed. And as they pushed, you can see the mud is splattering onto them. They pushed and shoved and heaved and strained, and gasped and slipped and slithered and squelched. Slowly the car began to move. Don't stop, cried Mr. Gumpy. Keep it up, we're nearly there. Everyone gave a mighty heave. The tyres gripped. The car edged its way to the top of the hill. They looked up and saw that the sun was now shining. And look, you can see they've taken the hood down on the car again. So they're just in the car as they were at the beginning without the hood up because the sun is warm. We'll drive home across the bridge, said Mr. Gumpy. There'll be time for a swim when we get home. But there they are, driving across the bridge. And here they are, having a swim. Can you see what they're swimming in? They're not swimming in the swimming pool, are they? You're right. Look, they're swimming in the river outside Mr. Gumpy's house. Goodbye, said Mr. Gumpy. Come for a drive another day. And there they are. So that's the end of the story. I wonder what the moral of that story is, what the moral is in that story, or what the moral of the story is. Maybe you can think, and if you're not sure, maybe you can think about the values that Mr. Gumpy showed at the beginning, the values that everybody, the animals and the children, showed towards the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed that one. I liked reading it to you. So, time for me to go now. Have a lovely sleep, dream big dreams, and make sure you've done those 3 things. You've cleaned your teeth. Yes. You've been to the toilet for the very last time. Yes. And you've got your pyjamas on, or whatever you sleep in. So have a wonderful sleep. Take care. Bye-bye. I miss you. See you soon. Bye-bye.